Hey, good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Happy Monday following non-farm payroll. We had daylight savings time last night. Spring forward, fall back. It's a beautiful day here in Canada. The sun is shining, so maybe our spring will come sooner than later. I was up following London last night. Took a nice paper trade. Anyone else here follow London from time to time? Or trade London specifically? I like London. It has a nice rhythm to it, although sometimes it can move a little slower. Okay, so I'm gonna jump into my charts, and I set them up yesterday, but I'm just gonna go through and add a few more things from this morning. I was out early this morning with my dog for a very early morning fresh walk. It was beautiful. It's a great way to start the day. Get my mind zen. Okay, so starting with our daily. Last night price just dropped. I took a nice short in paper trading. I just paper traded last night. Took a nice short. Sorry guys, I'm gonna try not to bang my microphone here. Okay. So let's see where we are. So yesterday, I like to mark up my charts every night, and I certainly give them a good review on Sunday night. So here we are on NASDAQ. This is the daily chart. My dark blue lines are anything that is high level, either on the daily or the 4 hour. So this is my all-time high, previous week high, previous day high, previous day low, previous week low. My light blue lines here are swing lows, usually on the higher time frames. Down here we have multiple touches. Looking for any fair value gaps. And I like to take off anything from my daily chart that I don't need to look at. So I'm just going to remove those for now. Okay. The less on my chart, the better I can see candle action. Fair value gap up here, but I'm not going to add that at this time because it's not really relevant. Price is all the way down here. I think I'm going to add this BISI in here. That since price is approaching it. Okay, now down to the 4 hour. 4 hour, I want to add 4 hour high and 4 hour low. Here's my 4 hour low. And the way I find highs and lows is the two candles. So it takes 2 candles to form a high and 2 candles to form a low. So for instance, this is my low, my 4 hour low down here. So here's my down close candle and then my up close candle, and that forms my low, my 4 hour low. And then for a high, I have an up close candle followed by a down close candle, and this would be the high. And that is something that I learned from TJR. I'm going to post one of his videos in the description box of this video later today. Okay, so that's my low, that's my 4-hour high. And I have my 4-hour SIBI. And I also have my 4-hour SIBI up here. Now we're going to go to my 1 hour. I'm going to find my 1 hour high, my 1 hour low. So again, here's my low. Here's my 1 hour low. I have a down close candle followed by an up close candle. I take the lowest point, and that's my low. And then my 1 hour high. Here's my high. Again, I need 2 candles. My green one is my up, and my black candle is my down. The high is at the top of my black candle. So we'll put this here. And I'll keep moving these around as the day progresses. So I always have my 1 hour high, my 1 hour low, my 4-hour high, my 4-hour low. I'm also looking for any fair value gaps on the 1 hour. Let's put those in. It's my SIBI. It's my hourly SIBI. Price tapped in. Continued lower. I think we're good on the 1 hour. I put my midnight in last night. So here's my 1 hour vertical midnight. And if I go down to the 1 minute, I want to find the first candle that opened at midnight. And that gives me my vertical line. Here's my midnight. And there is my midnight candle. Open, close. Actually, it's the open that I want. Right there. Okay, that's my midnight candle. Okay, so we can see that from midnight through till current, price has been predominantly below midnight. Okay, so my general rule of thumb is we want to buy below midnight and sell above midnight. So I use this just as not a for sure thing. There's no for sure thing in trading, but I do use this as a confluence because in the past it's proven to be quite effective. And we'll wait for price to open and we'll mark our first fair value gap of the day. And here is our settlement price. So our settlement price is the candle that closed Friday afternoon at 4:14. I'll just show you how we find that. We go down here on TradingView and we click on regular trading hours. Here's our candle, the last candle that printed at 4:14. Go to the 1 minute. Here's our last candle that printed Friday afternoon at 4:14. If you look down here, you can see 4:14. And we want to have the close of that candle is our 4:14 settlement price. Now we go back to electronic trading hours. And here is where price closed. You can see price closed up here on Friday, and price is all the way down here. So when price is below the settlement price, it is a discount opening range gap. So I'm going to draw in my opening range gap. So that is from the settlement price at 414 down to current price, and I'll just adjust this until price opens at 9:30. I'll call this the opening range gap. I like to label it Monday, March 10th. I like to label my gaps. I leave my gaps on my chart for any portion that does not get filled, because price will draw to gaps. And if we have an unused portion of a gap, we want to keep that on our chart until price goes back and revisits. Okay, so basically that's where we are. Just on the 1 minute here, I'm going to look for some sell side, obvious sell side. Got my 4-hour low down here. I'll throw this on as well. Let's put my sessions on here so you guys can see them. So this big blue box here, that's London. And this pink box here is Asia. So you can either add your levels with lines, or you could just leave this on your chart and you can see where London high is and London low. I'm just going to throw these on my chart because this is a draw on liquidity. So London low. I'm not going to add London high because it's the exact same as my hourly high. And then let's just add Asia to the mix. Asia high. Asia low. And when you use these this session indicator, you can just jump onto it and you can remove anything that you don't want to see. So for instance, I do not want to see New York, so I can uncheck New York. See, it's taken the box, it's removed the box. I've unchecked Sydney, I don't need to see Sydney. Okay, so now that I have those on my chart, I'm going to mute that, so I don't need that. Last thing I want to see new week opening gaps, new day opening gaps. Again, you can use the indicator that ICT recommends, not recommends, but he suggested FADI, F-A-D-I. So if you just go into your indicators and look for ICT, NWOG, or NDOG, and we can see we've got some above, but not so many below. Those are drawn liquidity. So I'm going to remove. I'm going to remove that for now, but I'm keeping it in mind that it is above current price. And then let's put our. So for draw on liquidity, down below we've got previous day low and previous week low. Down here we've got our London low right here. We've got our Asia low. We've got our opening range gap. Okay, I think we're looking good. Hey, good morning, Tony. From California, yes. Hope you guys have stayed safe during all those fires. Oh my God, California really Scary, all those fires. Heat Trader, good morning. SKFXINNIT. Yo, happy Monday. Monday fun day. I just finished my live 1% up. Kudos to you. That's so awesome. Good way to start the week. XMT 89. Good morning, day 6 of ICT 2024 mentorship. Michael said, on a no news Monday, expect the new week opening gap to act as a magnet. Yeah, if it gets reached, that ends all trading for the day. Thank you. Thank you for adding that to our stream. Alicio. Hi, Alicio. Brazil. Nice to see you, Alicio. Thanks for joining us. Okay, Lynn Trader. Good morning, Lynn. Good to see you this morning. Okay, so that's where we are. This morning, as always, I'm going to be looking for the 5-minute opening range candle. I'll be adding that to my chart. That's a Scarface strategy that I like to use. So I'm just going to mark up here my 5-minute open, 5-minute high, and then I'm going to add the 5-minute low. So once price opens up, I'll be adding these to my chart. This is a scalping strategy that I use from Scarface Trader. He's a really, really good, solid trader, and this is his bread and butter strategy. It's a break and retest strategy, I guess. Normally I'm not really, I would say I prefer the longer trades than the scalps, but I've been trying out his strategy, his morning strategy with the 5-minute candle. So basically his strategy is wait for the first 5 candles to form, the first 5 1-minute candles to form, mark the high and the low, and then wait for price to break and retest either on the 5-minute high or the 5-minute low. So it's really simple strategy. You know, might be something to consider for people who are busy at work and, you know, don't have a lot of time to be on the charts. And he looks for this trade somewhere between 9:30 a.m. and 11 a.m. and that's it. If the trade hasn't appeared by then, that's it. So I'll be doing that this morning, taking a look for that. Also, this morning, once market opens up and gets started, I watched a video over the weekend. It was an excellent video by TJR. I'm just going to write his name out here. TJR, make that bigger. He's a trader with about 500,000 followers. He's just a young guy. That's his name, TJR. TJR Trades or TJR Trading, whatever. He did a 5-hour video, and I watched it over the weekend, and it was excellent. So TJR, he uses a model that incorporates ICT's PD arrays, so breaker blocks, fair value gaps, order blocks. Those are I think his like main PD arrays that he trades with, and he has a very specific trading strategy that is off the 5-minute time frame. He only looks for the trade starting at 9:50. So that's 9:50. That's when the macro starts to run. If you're curious, I'm going to post that video in the description of my video later this morning, and I'm going to put some timestamps in to make it a little easier. I'm going to name through timestamps like order blocks, highs and lows, breaker blocks. So if any of these areas are areas that you're still working on or looking for, you can check out his video, check out his strategy. But it's an excellent strategy. It's fairly simple. Every strategy is simple but not easy, right? So, but specifically, he has a way of charting highs and lows, and he uses a 2-candle methodology to do that, and I've adopted that methodology. So you know, when you're looking for a high, you're looking for a 2-candle pattern. So let me just quickly show you here, and then the market's going to open. So if I'm looking for a high, I'm looking for a green candle. So I've got a high, and then I've got a low. Mark out the high here. This would be a high. The opposite is true when I'm looking for a low. We need 2 candles. So I'm looking for a black candle, which is my low, followed by an up candle. So this 2 pattern forms my low. Break of structure happens when a body of a candle, a full candle body, closes below the most current low. Okay, so if we look here, this candle has not broken this low with the body, so we have not broken this low yet. So we need a full body candle to break the low. So if you're curious or interested in what TJR teaches, he's an excellent teacher. If you're just looking for something new to look at, check out his video. Again, I'll post it in my notes after this morning. And you can check out, if you have not seen this high and low methodology before, I've never seen anyone else do it, but you can check it out, and I'll put some timestamps on his video. Okay, let's pull down the opening range gap since current price is down here. And I'll throw a FIP on that opening range gap. Okay. No news today, so it's no news Monday, no news Wednesday, and we have red folder news on Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. And just a reminder that I'm an ICT student. I've been trading ICT for about 16 months. I'm still a student, so don't copy my trades. You're better off just following your own strategy. We can share ideas here. We can debate, share ideas, and learn from each other, but definitely this is not the channel to look for signal service or anything like that. Trust me, I'm too new at this as well. Okay, I'm going to take these off. You're going to see that I am going to flip back and forth to the 5-minute. And market just opened. I marked up my ES chart last night. But for now, I'm going to be looking for the 5-minute candle high and low. And XMT 89, this is what he's talking about up here, new week opening gap, March 9th. And if you don't have these on your chart, you can just go to your indicators and bring up NWOD, OG, and ND, NWOD, new week opening gap, new day opening gap by FADI, F-A-D-I. and that's the one that ICT mentioned. That's the one I use. There's a whole bunch of them. I like this one, Fady, the one that Fady does, because he has the date, which is really nice, of the open, the low, and the high. So it's really nice and convenient. You don't have to keep it open on your chart. You can just, you know, toggle when you want to see it, or, you know, close it up. So we've got our daily BISI down here, which is a draw. We've got our 4-hour low. We've got our previous day low and previous week low right here, this level here. So we'll see if price draws down into that. This is our last 5-minute, 1-minute candle in this series here. And as per Scarface's strategy, we're going to wait for price to break with displacement, with strength, either to the downside or to the upside. Wait for a retest, and then take a look from there. Here's where we got our 4-hour low from. This area in here. Price just tapped 19,788. Just tapped into the higher area here. It could still come back. And move below this area. So let's wait and see. ICT tells us that when we have an opening range gap of less than 100 points, the price has a 70% chance of going to the 50% of that opening range gap between 9:30 and 10 a.m. We've got our first fair value gap of the day between here and here. Price feels a little lethargic this morning. I'm not interested in buying down here. I just, sometimes if I think, price might be going in one direction, I just add my limit order on my chart, and then I move it to where I need it to go. So don't think that I'm not interested in this buy down here. I'm interested in, it would be a buy up here. But again, don't copy my trades. I'm just an ICT student. Not many fair value gaps printing here, notice that. So price is, it's not really directional at this point. I mean, it's making higher highs and higher lows, but there's no fair value gaps. It's 946, we're coming up to the 950 macro. This would be the 5-minute breakup structure up here because this is a high. Price moving back into that fair value gap. Price is still respecting this 1-minute order block. It's allowed to wick outside. Did not break. Let's see here, did not break this low. This is my new low because I have a down close black candle and an up close green candle. So the bottom of this is my new low, my most recent low. And my most recent high is my green up candle followed by my black down candle. That's my most recent high. Oh, the 950 macro has started. Yeah, thanks, Jamie. Patience. I always need that reminder. Price could come down to, just take a look at this area again here. See this area down here, got liquidity down here. It could come down and tap. Took out these lows. This is my new high. I have an up green candle followed by a black down candle, so that's my new high. Okay, we've got this daily busy down here. Price could go for. Or at the previous day low, previous week low. This is a really important area level here. Nope. Too quick on that one. More patience required. Let's see if it goes for this order block. Here's my new low, because I have a down close candle followed by an up close candle. Price is Just breaking this low. Oh, we seem to be breaking lower. So we've broken structure to the downside on the 5-minute. Yep, thanks, Jamie. ES just took a low. I've just pulled that up now on the 1 minute chart. ES is just above previous day low, so that's an important level. And in Q, we are below previous day low, previous week low, which is this level here. We'll see if price can find the basement. No SMT divergence. And we just have a new low that formed. Here's our down candle, followed by our up candle. Take that low. That's our new low. There's our new high. Why? Because we have an up candle followed by a down candle. Eliseo, buy or sell? That's the million-dollar question. Well, it's 10:13. We're just chopping around in here right now. There's no divergence. Price has swept liquidity here. And just below price, we have a daily BISI. Let's just take a look on the daily where we are. It's always good to zoom out to see kind of where we are. So we are just above this BISI here on the daily time frame. Price is very bearish. We've got a daily swing low down here. And I'm going to add this one as well. So that's where we are on the daily. A lot of chomping around in here. Let's see if price can get on top of this SIBI, maybe for an inverted fair value gap. And we made a higher low. Why? Because we have a black down candle followed by a green up candle. That makes a new low, a higher low. So we have a low, higher low. And here's our higher high. So we have an up close candle followed by a down close candle. That gives us our high. Price had a good move down last night, so we may just chop around this morning, and we may see something a little more promising this afternoon. But let's wait till 11 o'clock and see what happens. Here's our new high. We have a green candle followed by a down candle, so that's our new high. I haven't even had my coffee yet this morning. I haven't had my cappuccino yet. Decaf, of course. I don't do caffeine. Well, bunch of chop here. Price is trying to break this low. Now this low is only broken if we have a full body closure below our most current low. So far it's not a break of low because we just have a wick here. Okay, so we've just tapped into the daily BISI. We can throw a fib on there. That's good, Alicio. Quick scalps. It's never a bad thing. We just broke this. Oh, we've got 35 seconds left on this candle. We may break this high. Hey, Squanto. Hola. Nineteen seconds left on this candle. We may have a fair value gap. We've made a new high. We have an up candle followed by a down candle. That gives us our new high. Ultimately, I'd like to see this 5-minute SIBI here be disrespected. So price would need to move above that. Other than that, I'm not really interested. What's my bias for today? In my opinion, we can finally start retracing. Maybe. Well, maybe. We'll see. We'll see if we can find a floor here, Squinto. In terms of bias, that's always an interesting question because, you know, what time frame are we looking at? Overall, if I'm forced into a position, I think price is going to go higher. That's just personally what I think. But right now, you know, we're just we're ranging down here. We're caught below a daily BISI. We've got a 5-minute SIBI here. We have an opening range gap that hasn't even been touched yet, and we've got lots of we've got lots of liquidity to the buy side. Midnight, we haven't been above midnight since last night, so that's a draw as well. So it just depends. There's no news today. You know, it might be just a bit of a lackluster day, but we've got news, we've got red folder news on Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. So ICT always says, you know, when we have a big move, either the day before or during London session, our AM session can be, you know, a little lethargic. So yeah, we're not seeing much strength either way. There's really very few fair value gaps forming here. I would be interested in a long later today, but at this point I'm not interested in going short. We've already had a good rundown. Yeah, last week's were crazy. Yeah, last week we've been bearish for, you know, a good 10 days straight, so. Oh, here's our most current low and our most current high. So that's pretty much where we are. Are we going to break to either side? Oh, this 1 minute PD array is holding. Sorry, inverse. It's inversing fair value gap. Oh, good for you, Squinto. Last week you made 800 with 3 micros. Yeah, that can really happen. That's I love when that happens. You know, when you're using micros, but you get those really nice long runs. It's fantastic. That's what happened to me last night. I was trading micros on London, just paper trading last night. I was paper trading last night with 6 micros, and it was just a good long run down, you know, where you'll get like $1,500, something like that. It's crazy. Hey, Trina. Okay, so this is now an inverted fair value gap. Actually, and we've made a lower high because we have an up candle followed by a down candle. So we have a new high, lower high, swept again. So NQ just made a lower low and ES made an equal low. And we've made a lower low because we have a down close candle followed by an up close candle. Yeah, that SMT with ES, exactly, Squinto. That's exactly what I'm thinking. Well, we broke below the 20,000 level, 19,628. And ES approaching an important 4-hour level. My brain is telling me that, price should be going higher to fill that opening range gap, but you know what? You just have to look at what the candles are telling us, what price action is telling us, and switch off that part of your brain that wants to use like common sense that we should be finding a bottom and reversing, but guys, if you haven't yet, if you could like, share, and subscribe on the channel, that would be awesome, so that the channel can reach more people. I'd appreciate it. Okay, so we've got a new low. We have a down close candle followed by an up close candle. Squinto, you're 1 hour late for the open. Is that the change in time? Okay, that's funny. Alicio, I'm thinking that the distribution was London last night. Quinto, sounds like you got that extra hour sleep that the rest of us didn't get. Okay, let's see if we can get some movement above this fair value gap here and break this high, break the last high, break above it. Oh. Squinto, your time change was last week, last Sunday. You were late to the parties on the weekend. I welcome the change of time because I live here in Canada and it's our winters are pretty dark. Today it's sunshine, it's beautiful, but that change in hour makes a big difference for us here. So tapped into this fair value gap and going down again. If we look on the 5 minutes, I mean, the price action isn't anything to get incredibly excited about. We've been making lower lows, lower highs. Tapped into this daily BISI fair value gap here. Last Sunday, March 30th. Oh, okay. I mean on last Sunday. Oh, March 30th. Okay. Time on the last Sunday of March. Oh, I see. Okay. Okay. So you're a month later than the rest of us. Somebody needs to change that. The world needs to be in sync. If we're going to change the clocks, we need to change the clocks. All of us. We have some provinces here in Canada that gave that up years ago. So, even within our own country, we have some areas that don't do the time change. It's weird. Okay. Made a new low. Made a lower high. Oops. Well, it's 10:43. I'm going to stay till 11. I don't see anything here for me personally, but I'm hoping later today that price will find a bottom and that we'll have some sort of retracement. Let's just take a look at what we have here for the week. So yeah, today's daylight savings time. Trump speaks tentatively, so it hasn't given us a time for that. Tuesday we have Jolt's job openings. Wednesday core CPI. So Wednesday will be a better day to trade. Even tomorrow, I think. And then Thursday core PPI. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And Friday we've got consumer sentiment. So we've got news Tuesday through Friday. So I think those will be better days to trade. another SMT squinto. Let's take a look. Yep, NQ has just made a lower low, and ES is the lagging indicator. No, breaking lows. We could see price come down to the 25% level of this daily BISI here. If price can get above here, we'll have a breaker block. Potentially. Yeah, Squinto, I mean, there hasn't been a lot. Here, on this 5-minute SIBI, re-entry into the retracement into the 5-minute SIBI, and to drop lower, that would have been an entry. But you know what? I'm reluctant to take entries when price has been running down. I mean, price has been running down all night and through into this morning. So I personally don't like to jump into continuations. That's not really what my model is, but I can appreciate that, you know, for a quick scalp or continuation trader, that would totally make sense. I think when you see an opening range gap like this with lots of liquidity above after price has moved down all evening, it wouldn't be beyond the realm of possibility to think that price could retrace, you know, into at least into 50% of this opening range gap. But you know, price is going to do what price is going to do. We're now at the 25% mark of the BISI. Price has just tapped into. And I mean, price action it's slow. It's, you know, it's not really making many fair value gaps. It's just kind of puttering along, isn't it? If we take opening, where's our open? If we take our GAN box, actually, let's try our fib. If we take our fib from this morning's high to current price, and we bring up our OTE, optimal trade entry, you know, a pullback into 62 to 79% area, kind of like around here. Somewhere around here, you know, if price, there we go, if price can find its bottom and maybe give us a bit of a reversal this afternoon by 10:54, you know, I'm not looking at taking anything for the rest of the morning. And if price is going to do a retracement or a reversal, like, I'd want to see some structure being built, you know, higher highs, higher lows, maybe a breaker block, unicorn, something like that, something that would give me some substance to take a trade this afternoon. Hey, Peter. We are inside new day opening gap between 16th and September 17th, which wasn't fulfilled yet on ES. There's still 10 points down to fill it. Let's take a look. Thanks, Peter. Whoops. Let's take a look at that. Oh, I do have my NDOG open. Peter, is that on NQ? Because my chart is not bringing that up. New day opening gap between September 16th and 17th. Yes, okay, yes, okay, thank you. I'm like, for some reason, the indicators aren't bringing it up for me. Let's take a look. Well, ES has just broken below our 4-hour, my 4-hour level here. And the next two levels I have outlined. You need to use the connected one, ES1. Oh, okay. Well, I'm using the futures one. You'll not. Oh, I see. Okay, so you've already moved to the next contract. Is that what you've done? Well, ES1, you don't need to switch contracts, right, on ES1? I can't remember. Okay, good to know, Peter. Thank you. A couple months ago, maybe 5 or 6 months ago, I was using ES1, and then it was giving me some interface problems between my brokerage. It wasn't recognizing it, so I had to switch to the futures ES. Okay, good to know. Okay, guys, it's 11 o'clock. Thanks for joining. Please don't forget to share, like, subscribe. I'm going to drop into my notes this morning TJR's 5-hour video, and I'm going to include some timestamps so that some of the topics, if you're just interested in maybe looking at breaker blocks or how he does the high or low, you can just zip over to that area of the video. So yeah, that's the kind of morning it is. That's the kind of Monday it is. So thanks for joining me this morning, and I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Everybody take care, and be safe with your trading.